bills at funeral expenses, ang natitira pong pera ay pangangasiwaan ko para kung sino man po sa pamilya ang mga ilangan for any emergency. At ito na nga po ay nagkatotoo sapagkat yung aking nakakatandang kapatid, si Toti po, aking kuya Toti, si Arturo po, mga 2 years ago po ay malubhang nagkasakit sa puso at nangailangan na malagyan ng stent, 5 stent. Matagal na po siyang hindi nakakapagtrabaho dahil siya'y masakitin. Maliban sa kanyang sakit sa puso, siya rin po ay may scoliosis of the spine. He is in constant pain and almost perpetually confined to bed. Dito ko po kinukuha. Dahil hindi na po siya nakakapagtrabaho. Dito po kinukuha. Ang binibigay ko sa kanya tuwing buwan, mga gamot niya, at nung siya ay na-confine sa medical city para mga ilangan ng stent, na halos 1 milyon po na gastos namin, dito po kinuha. Nandyan din po ang interest na kinita nitong account na yung mga account na ito sa BPI. Pero po nung aking 2 anak, si Carla at si Francis, na kinomingle po dyan para makakuha kami na magsama-sama, makakuha ng mas malaking interest. At yung pera, yung peso savings po nung anak kong si Charina na iniipon namin para pagpagawa niya ng bahay doon sa McKinley Hill. Nakalagay po sa dito, natalakay po dito sa impeachment court na ito, yung ari-arian nung aking anak na si Charina sa McKinley Hill. Na ang bintang sa akin ay akin daw na tinatago ko sa pangalan ng aking anak na si Charina. Na hindi naman po totoo sapagkat siya po ay isang physical therapist na malaking kinikita sa Amerika. Matagal na po siya, almost 10 years na po siya doon. Napakasipag na bata. 2 pong trabaho kanyang hinahawakan. Parehong mataas ang kanyang pwesto sa 2 ospital. Na nagtatrabaho din yung kanyang asawa. Kung hindi pa natuloy, kung wala po itong impeachment trial na ito, siguro po ay abala kami ng aking may bahay sa pangangalaga at pangangasiwa ng pagpapatayo niya. Nung bahay na yan sa McKinley Hill. Dahil bago pa man din siya umalis, almost 10 years ago sa Pilipinas, at pumatungo sa Amerika, siya po ay may mga naiwan tong mga savings din dito, nandin dyan po rin yan, yung savings ni Charina, sa pesos na yan. I have come here to disclose the information regarding these accounts, especially the dollar accounts. I must declare, however, that as I said, there are good and valid reasons why I have no obligation or duty to execute the waiver which some people have been asking me to execute, because I am guided by the letter of Republic Act 6426, which, as you know, affords all depositors of foreign currency full and absolute confidentiality. As the records will show, I have never declared these accounts in my SALN, consistent with the belief that there is no legal duty to do so. The situation po is not my doing. It has been in place for a very long time. It is a common view that Republic Act 6713 does not amend the secrecy of foreign currency deposits. In fact, there is no jurisprudence or ruling on the matter. On the contrary, Supreme Court decisions confirm that the secrecy afforded by Republic Act 6426 is absolute. Certainly, I should not and cannot be penalized for abiding and relying on the letter of the law. The inaccuracies in my SALN do not constitute an impeachable offense. Not every omission, not every inaccuracy is an impeachable offense. In this case, the prosecution itself, in fact, admitted in open court right here that an omission or inaccurate declaration in the SALN, while it may constitute perjury, is not a high crime. Ito po ay record ng Senate sitting as an impeachment court on Thursday, February 2, pages 18-19. Nothing in what I have done or omitted to do amounts to an impeachable offense. My accusers talk about my moral fitness to remain as Chief Justice. What moral fitness, I ask? This has never been alleged in the complaint. Much less has there been evidence presented to prove it. Moreover, this only sprang up in the discussion because of the propaganda and surveys manipulated and timely released to create a popular perception that I am no longer morally fit to remain in public office. And who claims unfitness on my part, but the very same accusers who have done everything to destroy me and my family from the very beginning. At this point, I would like to thank all those who stood by me and the cause I'm fighting for. Win or lose, we shall continue fighting because we know right is with us, and no one can take that away from us. Be that as it may, I have here with me Be that as it may, I have here with me a waiver which I will sign right now. Ito po, pirmado ko na po.
Ano po ba yung waiver na yan?
Babasahin ko po. Babasahin ko po. I, Renato C. Corona, hereby waive my right of confidentiality and secrecy of bank deposits under Republic Act number 1405 as amended, and authorize all banking institutions to disclose to the public any and all bank documents pertaining to all peso and foreign currency accounts under my name. I hereby authorize the Bureau of Internal Revenue, the Anti-Money Laundering Council, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the Land Registration Authority to disclose to the public any and all information that may show my assets, liabilities, net worth, business interests, and financial connections, to include those of my spouse. I am likewise authorizing the Clerk of Court of the Supreme Court and Bank, with permission from the Supreme Court and Bank, to immediately release to the public my SALN for the years 2002 to 2011. Wherefore, with God and the Filipino people as my witnesses, I affix my signature this 22nd day of May 2012 at Pasay City, Philippines. Signed, Renato C. Corona, Chief Justice, Supreme Court of the Philippines.
Mr. Chief Justice, that is limited to Republic Act 1405.
Nakalagay po, foreign currency deposits.
The foreign currency deposit refers to Republic Act
6426.
6426.
Apo.
So you are also waiving that.
Yes, I will write it here in my handwriting.
Yes.
It's just a typographical error because the original draft had it.
Yes.
And nakalagay naman po dito, under Republic Act 6426 and Republic Act 1405 as amended.
That's why I wanted to clarify.
Apo, nakalagay po,
in order to
nakalagay
make
po.
it clear. Are you true, Mr. Judge?
Madali na lang po. Madali na lang po.
Yeah.
It authorizes any and all banks to release information about dollar accounts in my name and peso accounts in my name, specifically the number of the accounts, the opening and closing balance. As I speak, my counsels are distributing blank copies of the waiver that I have signed. I'm humbly asking all 188 complainants from the House of Representatives, led by the congressmen in the prosecution panel and Senator Franklin Drilon, to join me in a moment of truth as a gesture of transparency and reconciliation with the Filipino people and to one another. I am asking them to sign these blank forms and to join me sapagkat hiling po ito ng bayan. Let us face the people together. The nation is at a standstill. Our people are watching all of us. Our people have been drawn into this intriguing web of dissension and divisiveness. This proceeding has divided the nation. We owe it to the people. Let us together show them that we are first and foremost their public servants, and we surrender to their call for transparency and accountability. Let us rise to the occasion and prove to them that we deserve their trust, that we are willing to answer to them whatever the consequences. I beg you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen of the prosecution, not to engage me in arguments about who is on trial here. We, you and me, are all on trial here. Let us stop all the posturing and show the Filipino nation what we are made of. This is not trick or manipulation. This is an invitation, a challenge for public accountability, made only with the hope that we can all, together, give our nation one shining moment in public service. You may choose to turn down this invitation, this challenge, for whatever reason, whatever. But if you decline, then you will affirm to me and all who are watching that there is in fact no legal obligation or duty to disclose foreign currency holdings and deposits. If any of you should choose to decline, I regret that there is no point in my waiver, because it will only allow the completion of the persecution I have suffered. I am no thief, I am no criminal, I have done no wrong. But honorable senators, I am also no fool. I pray that this gentleman will accept my invitation. Otherwise, I stand by my actions as being completely founded on the law itself. Isusumiti ko po ang aking waiver sa kinauukulan kapag kumpleto na ang pirmadong 189 waivers. Kung hindi sila papayag sa hamong ito, bibigyan ko po ng direktiba ang aking defense panel na i-rest na po ang aking depensa. Total, wala naman silang napatunayang paratang laban sa akin. Maraming salamat po. Pagpalain po tayo ng buong may kapal. And now, the Chief Justice of the Republic of the Philippines wishes to be excused.
If Your Honor, please. The Chief Justice, as respondent in this case, had been on the witness stand and testified for more than 3 hours.
Wait a minute.
He's not been discharged.
No, here I'm not discharging him. I'm making a manifestation. Huh?
Sabihin natin, we're intent of class.
Order. We have not discharged the Chief Justice with due respect to him.
Hindi naintindihan. Sabi mo. Akala discharge na siya. Hindi tawagin mo.
Counsel for the defense, will you kindly
Yes, Your Honor.
advise your
Balikan natin.
client
See,
to return to the witness stand? I respect him as a Chief Justice, but this court must be respected. Quiet.
may I request for, there was misunderstanding, Your Honor. May I request even for 1 minute, Your Honor? We'll have him called back, Your Honor.
All right.
I am very sure it is not out of disrespect to the court.
Session suspended for 1 minute.
Sinuspinde ang paglilitis habang inaantay po ang pagbabalik sa loob ng Senate Session Hall ng Chief Justice. Makikita po natin na nagulat ang lahat, maging ang Defense Counsel umano ay mukhang nagulat dahil matapos itong salaysay ng punong mahistrado at hindi pa siya nadi-discharge ng impeachment court ay nag-walk out na po. Mukha pong walk out ito naganap. Lumabas po ang punong mahistrado. I am sure alam po niya ang rules dito sa loob ng Senate Session Hall. Ngunit without being discharged, without a cross-examination, ay lumabas po ang punong mahistrado.
At bago lumabas ang Chief Justice, bumaba sa kanyang witness stand, nagbigay siya ng waiver, pero nilinaw eventually na itong waiver na ito ay conditional to the signing of the same waiver by everyone involved, the congressmen and the senators, para sa kanilang mga accounts din. At sinasabi pala niya dun sa dulo na kung hindi sila pipirma nitong waiver din ng kanilang deposits, ay hindi niya isusumite ang kanyang waiver at hindi bubuksan ng kanyang dollar accounts, at kung instead ay magre-rest ng case na lamang ang kaniyang defense team. Very interesting
Kagulat-gulat.
twist.
Interesting twist. Noong una ay it appeared na he was waiving his right to all of his
With respect to
assets.
this honorable court, there is no intention whatsoever. There is a misapprehension, Your Honor. In fact, he is taking his medicine and attending to personal necessity.
Session resumed. Ladies and gentlemen, who have been patient, I warned you, if you are going to continue to be disorderly, I will ask the Sergeant at Arms to escort all of you out of this session hall. So I hope you understand the decorum required by this court. You may do it in some other place, but not in this court. So ordered.
Corona, alam niya po ang rules na kapag hindi pa po na-discharge ang witness, ay hindi pa po pwedeng umalis yan at pwede pang tanungin ng korte at pwede pa syempre i-cross-examine. Malinaw po kanina sa sinabi ng ating presiding officer na itong lahat ng sinabi ng Chief Justice ay kaparte ng kanyang direct testimony, which should be subject to cross-examination by the defense at syempre itong clarificatory questioning din ng mga maestrado.
Kasama pa rin natin si Xiao Chuang, ating historian,
Counsel, is the Chief
at
Justice coming
si
back?
Attorney Joey Bernabe. Pakinggan po natin na nagtatanong ang Senate President sa isa sa mga
Nobody can get out of the Senate. I've ordered all the doors closed. And I do not want any defiance of the powers of this impeachment court. If you are going to do this disrespect in this court will make a decision of this case right now.
May I be permitted, Your Honor, to check up on his whereabouts?